Here's the problem with Trump. He says, go ahead and kill the families. Go ahead and torture. Go ahead and go further than waterboarding. What happens when people follow those orders or don't follow them? It's not clear that Donald Trump will have their back. Donald Trump is oftentimes about Donald Trump.
Jill, let's talk about this. I know one of your 11 billion fancy titles was attorney for the Department of War. What is it again?
Department of the Army.
The Department of the Army.
Yes.
Oh, right.
Before the war, yes.
Right. Yeah, Department of the Army. I mean, I don't even feel like you need to be a legal expert to go, this is quite clearly illegal. And not just the second strike, but the whole, all of it, right?
You are right on target. The first strike is wrong. And I've learned a new thing, which is this idea that it's a second tap. That's the wrong terminology. Second tap is when you shoot and you shoot immediately after. You don't wait 48 minutes and watch people who are going to drown because they're shipwrecked, and then you shoot. That's just called a second strike. And it was wrong to do the first one because what we normally would do is stop the boat, search the boat, seize anything if we found any contraband, arrest the people, bring them to America, indict them, try them, convict them, and then sentence them. And by the way, death would not be an appropriate sentence because drugs are not a capital offense in America.
Right. Yeah.
So you could not kill them under any circumstances.
And this boat was not even going to America. So, and I just wanted to get your take on this debate. Is this a war crime or just murder? I mean, we're not at war. These are not enemy combatants, are they?
They are not enemy combatants. He can say they are, but even if it was war, we have violated the rules of war. Yeah. If it isn't war, it's plain old murder. And even in war, there can be murder. And the example in the military handbook of what is an unlawful order is killing a shipwreck.
Yeah.
You need to pick them up. You need to save shipwreck survivors. That's what the laws say. So there's no way that this could have possibly been lawful. Following that order was an unlawful order. Thank you to the members of Congress who made that video saying you should not follow, in fact, you cannot follow unlawful orders.
Who agrees with them? Have you met 2016 Pete Hegseth? We found yet more video. Take a listen.
The military's not going to follow illegal orders. And so the Trump campaign was forced to change their position and say, we're going to try to change the law so that the military can operate within the law. That's a tall order also. Here's the problem with Trump. He says, go ahead and kill the families. Go ahead and torture. Go ahead and go further than waterboarding. What happens when people follow those orders or don't follow them? It's not clear that Donald Trump will have their back. Donald Trump is oftentimes about Donald Trump. And so if you're not changing the law and you're just saying it, you create even more ambiguity.
Well,
for
even if he had their back,
they'd
be in trouble. I mean, you tell me. I had a dad stop me.
So, as a lawyer, Jill, would that particular piece of video be helpful to, say, a Mark Kelly, should the Pentagon move to court-martial him?
It would be very helpful, I would say. And it does make the point, though, that the troops who are in this difficult position of being ordered to do something, and the rules also say you must follow a lawful order. Right. How do they know whether it's lawful or not? The Department of Justice has issued a secret memo that nobody has seen saying that this is lawful. Every other person who's looked at this, I shouldn't say every other person, all the people of serious consequence who are looking at this, who know anything about the law of war, say it is completely unlawful to be doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So here you are, you're on a ship being told to fire. What do? If you disobey, you can be court-martialed. If you obey, you can be charged with murder. And I think that puts troops in a very difficult position.
Yeah.
And all the TJAGs, the top generals who head the JAG Corps, were fired. So you can't even count on getting good advice from JAG officers anymore. They should be saying something.
Yeah.
The fact that the Southern Command admiral in charge has resigned early says to me he knew it wasn't lawful and he doesn't want to be involved.
Of course. By the way, you know who else could testify for Mark Kelly in his defense would be Attorney General Pam Bondi, who filed a SCOTUS brief against obeying illegal orders on behalf of Trump. Ironically, she said military officers are required not to carry out unlawful orders, she wrote. The military would not carry out a patently unlawful order from the president to kill non-military targets. Indeed, service members are required not to do so. That is quite a defense team Mark Kelly has already. Pete Hegseth and Pam Bondi.
Wow, that's amazing. And it just shows what goes around comes around, and there you have it. She's speaking the truth occasionally. That's amazing.
So, speaking of SCOTUS, let's get to the bad news. They seem likely to expand presidential control over independent federal agencies, signaling support for Trump's firing of board members. Just your thoughts on this latest sort of...
The argument yesterday and the one that's happening today are two of the most consequential for America. The one that you're referring to is a total power grab by the president. He is arguing that he controls everything. So if Congress, in its power to regulate interstate commerce, for example, creates a commission to regulate interstate commerce and says that there will be appointees to it by Democrats and Republicans, they will serve for a specific term, they cannot be fired except for cause, all of a sudden, they can't do that. They can only say the president can do everything he wants with any agency we create. They could defund it, and maybe that's what they're going to have to do, is just eliminate these, because Congress cannot use its own staff. It would have to expand by the exact amount of the staff of agencies if it were going to do the rules and regulations that specific agencies who are expert in these fields do. We don't want amateurs doing this. We want the experts doing this, people who do only that. So it's a horrible decision. The dissenters, I mean, we're guessing based on the argument that we have 3 dissenters and 6 who are going to say, yeah, he can do anything he wants. And today, they may totally wipe out any limitations on campaign financing, and we'll go back to the era of Watergate. And we will eliminate all of the Watergate protections that were put into place because all of the money that was floating around the White House in in what was then legal campaign contributions was used to pay for the Watergate break-in and other illegal activities.
Yep. Well, getting sick always happens at the worst time, doesn't it? Middle of the night, weekends, right before the holidays, your doctor's office is closed. Urgent care means long waits and big bills. That's why I keep a medical emergency kit at home. Prescription medications ready when I need them. This is not a first aid kit. It's like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. You get essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak, plus antibiotics for pneumonia, strep, ear, sinus infections, even meds for nausea and UTIs. Just match your symptoms to the guidebook or connect with the telemedicine doctor. Take your meds early, feel better faster. Listen to what Jenny from Texas said. We got hit by Hurricane Beryl with power out and no medical facilities open. I started on the antibiotics in my kit and quickly began feeling better. Order your kit online in minutes before you need it, and your kit is shipped to your door. Visit urgentcarekit.com/Stephanie. Use the promo code Stephanie. Save $45. That's urgentcarekit.com/Stephanie. That promo code is Stephanie.